Dr. Sahay, why don't you sort of talk about maybe the big 3 or 4 contaminants of concern that might be inside of a building that could negatively impact human health?
Yes, that definitely we can focus on that. But before we go there, I just want to emphasize what previously Dr. Ovidia and Mr. Alan Wozniak said, that like we can live, several days without food, maybe a few days without water. But guess what? Hardly a few minutes without air. So we all live in an environment, maybe it is outdoor or indoor, right? So we are continuously exposed to that. So they have sort of relation going on between us and the surrounding. So why I'm saying that? Because continuously we are getting the exposure. So exposure in terms of 3 major pathway. The first one is inhalation, and you will be surprised to know that our 80% of daily intake is in terms of air. We breathe almost 22,000 times a day. A healthy individual can, and that's why Troy was telling that the volume of the air. So that is one of the very important. And having said that, there is a survey done by the various agencies about up to 20% people are suffering from one or other kind of allergy. This is just only one factor. So now think about this. So 3 or 4 major cause, like Alan said, like the number 1 is that if you are inside the building, you are going to get exposure by various kind of toxin in terms of microbes, in terms of various abiotic component. So we need to study them. That's what Alan is referring, because out of sight, out of mind. If you don't know what you are dealing with, it is just like a doctor writing a prescription without doing any kind of test, and that's not a very good practice. So that's what we do, and that is 3 or 4 main focal thing about the environmental condition. Number 1, Troy. Number 2, that what kind of microbial, biota, or other aerobiological component, both biotic and embiotic, is there. Who are the occupants? How many the occupants are there in that space? And then 4th and most important one, that how long you are being exposed to those kind of situations, so that we can find out if it is good for you or it is going to adversely affect your health. Make sense?
No, that makes perfect sense.